Hey guys, it is MissSimReno, and today we are going to be looking at a save file, and I am really excited to do this. I don't typically review save files. It's just not something that I'm super into. I don't download a lot of save files, but this one absolutely has blown my mind. So today we are going to be looking at the ultimate save file by user Plumbob Kingdom, i.e. Rocco. Now, this originally released, I think, in early April, and this is actually the updated save file that we're going to be looking at. And I'm so excited to do this because even from April to now, there have been 52 new lots added around all of the worlds. Now, I downloaded this via CurseForge. That is where I got the save file. I believe that's where it's primarily hosted. I'm not entirely sure, but this was released on June 7th, I think. It was June 7th. So at the time of me recording this, it was about 4 days ago. And there is a change log on CurseForge for you to check out. So you can see exactly how many lots in the exact worlds that have been added since the first update. If it's your first time looking at the save file, it's not really gonna make a difference. It'll all be new to you. And let me just say, there are so many lots in this save file already. I mean, with the addition of 52, you could already imagine, but it's absolutely incredible. We're not gonna be able to look at every single lot in every single world, but just look at this. This is Willow Creek. Is this not absolutely mind-blowing? Like, look at this structure here in the park. I don't even know how he went about and made this. I don't even know what that's about. And this strip down here, it looks so New Orleans. It is blowing my mind. The houses are amazing. I can see here on this lot, there's actually 2 separate houses, which I think is so cool. It could be great for I don't know, maybe the roommate system or something. Now, again, we can't look at every single lot in every single world, but we are going to look at a few particular lots that have caught my eye, such as this bad boy right here, which is a cafe. And we are also going to look at a mixture of lots. We're not just going to look at the houses, because as you can see here in New Crest, we've got tons of residential lots, but we also have a mixture of some community lots as well. So we're going to be looking at residential and community lots in pretty much all of these worlds. I have a list of a few that I want to look at, including 1 or 2 in Magnolia Promenade, which, like myself, maybe there are others who forget about that world because I always forget about it. But let's go ahead and just start diving right in. So I immediately went into the BFF Household, which actually they don't live here. This was their original lot. They live across the street. But look at this neighborhood. Look at these builds. Do you see this? This is amazing. These builds are so unique, and I know that they ended up using Toolmod to add a bunch of realistic details. This is absolutely amazing. So I know I was doing some slow-mo there, but let's go ahead and just take a very close look at all of this. We've got a fire hydrant over here. You have the power lines and everything, which is so cool. You have a few cars on the road. You've got this dumpster over here too, which is great for storytelling and stuff. And even around here, the edge of this lot over here, which is actually where the BFF household lives now, which is so cool to me. This is such a unique house. I absolutely love this. And now here's one thing that I am noticing about this save file. I took a quick peek at just a couple of homes before we dove right into Willow Creek, but even though the BFF household lives here, it doesn't seem like this home is customized for them. So for example, this looks more like a kid's room, and then you've got a parent's room, and that's it. There's only 2 bedrooms, which maybe I am incorrect. Perhaps 2 of these Sims are sharing that primary bedroom, and then the other Sim is sleeping in that additional bedroom. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like it's customized. But either way, you could play around with townies, you can move households around, do whatever you'd like, and there could be a build that you could customize a family for. And I think they also gave the BFF household a dog. Look at this sweet little baby. It's really cute. But aside from the households, because I know that this user is primarily a builder as well, so that's kind of what I'm focusing on with this save, because it is seemingly primarily builds. Look at this one. I absolutely love it. It seems like some of these are primarily base game. Others have a mixture of packs, which I think is really nice. Now, I know that this user also puts most, if not all of their builds on the gallery. So if there are any builds here that you're like, I need this in my game, and you don't want to download the save file for whatever reason, you can likely get them from the gallery too. I think my favorite build though in this neighborhood is this old abandoned house. I think it's so neat. They've got like this archway, well, not even archway, but kind of this thing from Cats and Dogs. I know it because it's got the cat and the dog on it. And then look at all the details with tool mod, like the boarded up windows, and there's like this weird growth from the paranormal stuff pack. You've got cobwebs out here. It's just so detailed. I think there's also added trees and things kind of out here outside of the neighborhood. And I do know just from working on my own save file that this community garden is inherent with base game and in this neighborhood. So I know that that wasn't added, but all of these power lines were. Like a lot of these power lines were, and like the street lights and stuff. It's just amazing, and it makes it seem so much more alive than it did before. I'm just stunned. I'm actually stunned into silence. I hadn't looked at this strip before. Now, this is still, of course, in Willow Creek. Willow Creek is one of my favorite Sims 4 worlds. It came with a base game. It's one of the OGs, you know what I mean? And the way that they styled this world and made it look so alive, this downtown area looks like it would be bustling. I am absolutely shooketh to my freaking core at this strip. It's nuts. I don't understand. So this right here on the end is still a museum. I'm just trying to kind of take inventory of these different lots. Now, this is actually a combined lot, I believe. So this is 2 buildings on one lot. We might take a look at it. We might not. I don't know. There's a few kind of like multi-purpose lots it seems. So here is actually a restaurant, but I'm wondering, trying to peek through this door, this also looks like it could be a nightclub. I looked at this, the sign out here. I saw a dance floor inside there. So perhaps this is like a nightclub as well. And then this here is a restaurant. We can't really peek into it too much, but it is absolutely gorgeous. The way that this individual conceptualizes builds, like it just blows my mind. I literally could never. So I took summer holiday to this lot here, and I'm already so excited. I think this was technically a cafe. I could be incorrect, but we'll go floor by floor. We've just got like this attic storage space, which is purely decorative, but I love the attention to detail so much. And then when you go down here, because it looks like it is supposed to be 2 separated buildings, though, well, I don't know, they are connected. Technically, they're connected. Yeah, by an archway. So there's like this little hangout space up here with a fireplace. There is a whole seance room in here, which is so exciting. It's so New Orleans. It brings me so much joy. And then as I suspected, yeah, this is actually a cafe. So the cafe part is really downstairs, but I think this also doubles as a library. I think that's kind of the intent. So you've got the library here. Now this just means that you probably won't have a librarian if it's considered a cafe lot, but you know what? The librarians don't really do anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. And let me jump into build mode really quick because I want to see this at night and I don't want to change up the time of day. Oh, this is exactly what I would envision. It's so freaking pretty. Like, look at all of the lights. This is nuts. This is just nuts. There's no other way to put it. I had to come to the park in Willow Creek because do you all see this? Do you understand? Okay, look at this. Okay, my mind's blown. I'm stuttering. All right, so all of these pieces, these like wood pieces here, these are roof decorations from Cottage Living. I know they are. They're actually very small. And Plumbob Kingdom created all of these custom dome shapes to like go around a tree. Are you... Okay. I wanted to move on to Oasis Springs because I could spend all of my time in Willow Creek, but the one lot that I'm going to allow us to look at, so we have time to look at a ton of other things, is just this cafe here. I believe that Plumbob Kingdom is either Spanish speaking or perhaps they speak Portuguese. I'm not sure what language, so please let me know in the comments down below if you are aware. But that is why I do not know the meaning of a lot of the names of the lot. So if someone wants to translate in the comments for everybody else, please feel free. If I can remember to do so, because my memory is garbage, I will attempt to do this as well and put it on screen. But if I do not, let's help each other out down below too. But let's go look at this cafe. Yep, here we are. Here we are at this incredible cafe. Right. Okay. So technically, I thought maybe this could have been kind of like a faux tower, if you will. And it is in the sense that it's not accessible, but this was when we got the round room update. So they made a bunch of round rooms just to make this, I'm just going to call it a big statement architectural piece here. And it looks amazing. I really love it. And I didn't even took myself by surprise here. So fun fact, there's a bowling alley in the basement. Didn't know that. That's incredible. And then up here, I mean, you have some like seating and stuff like that, but this was primarily what I saw when I first loaded this up and brought the walls down. So this is, again, a cafe lot. Love how they made this flooring work. Couldn't be me. Like, that is absolutely incredible. And I really like that even though this is a cafe lot, just like the one in Willow Creek, it is multifunctional. So, you know, in the one in Willow Creek, it could have also served as a library. So your Sims could read books and stuff and just kind of relax. They could have a seance upstairs. And that just blew my mind. And then here, you could go ahead and grab something at the cafe, and then you could go bowling, and you could head down to the bar downstairs. Like, it's so nice because it actually gives your Sims things to do when they go out to these community lots that feels a lot less restricted. Now we are in New Crest. Now, if you all recall when we first got New Crest, this is actually a completely blank world when you load it up in The Sims. So I think the thought was, since we can't create worlds in The Sims 4 like you could in like The Sims 3, is that they would give us a blank world so we could fill it with builds that we enjoyed. Now, Plumbob Kingdom built everything here, just like in all of the other worlds. Not like that's news, but we're going to go check out some of these. I think we're going to go to, let's go to this. It's a generic lot, so I'm curious. Let's go check that out, and we're going to be able to see these other community lots over here, and I promise we're going to look at some houses too. Like, what even is my purpose in reviewing this if it's just me being in awe the whole time? I feel like I'm not even giving you all information. Anyway, we decided to come in here. This is kind of like the commercial district, and I just want to ensure that I continue to acknowledge the fact that this stuff here, like these power lines, this was not here. They put all of this detail, like all of these trees. I know there's additional trees that were put in here. The lots have a ton of trees to begin with. There's just a ton of details. Like, look, we've got the bike rack out here on this lot. And then I can see that this is supposed to be, it's one lot, but it's again, two different buildings. But there's this little kind of like alleyway, and you've got some seating and stuff, which is really neat. And I could imagine, oh, well, I thought there might be something over there, but there's like trees in between here. This is actually the lot that we came to. It is I'm sorry for bouncing around so much, but this is like a double lot here. So I wanted to check this out. Or is that just a faux lot? No, those are two separate lots. Okay, I stand corrected. Two separate lots here. But starting from the top, so this is just empty. It's just empty to, you know, the second story here. Ooh, this is a lot more like contemporary. Oh, I like this. We got some bookshelves. I can see they used the new Book Nook kit. That's how updated this is, by the way. And then down here's a laundromat. Like, look at how cool this is. It's so neat for storytelling. So if you were to bring your Sims here, they're like, I gotta keep doing my laundry at the laundromat, you know, kind of stinks. But at least while I'm waiting, I can go upstairs and I can like read a book and kind of chill out. And there is a ladder that goes up here, by the way, so you can technically access this, but there's nothing to do up here. Maybe you could add some like secret things up here for your Sims to do. I don't know. You can do whatever the heck you want, but it is just absolutely incredible. This looks more like a thrift store. That would be my guess. It looks like a thrift store or something like that. When you go down here, I think this was like a cafe or a restaurant. I really can't recall from looking at it. I see the barista bar again, so it looks like this is a cafe as well. And then when you go over here, I noticed this. Look at all the flowers. Look what they did with the tool mod. I think this bucket's from Cottage Living, and then they made it look like these are all different bouquets. I don't recall what kind of lot this was. It could be retail. It could just be a generic lot. I don't know, because again, there are two buildings on this lot, so perhaps there is a particular function assigned to it. Perhaps there is not. But in here, again, I do see the barista bar, so perhaps it's another cafe. I don't know. I think it's great because, you know, you can kind of go between a cafe or a restaurant or something like that, really just depending on what you want the primary function to be. And I also have to remember that these like barista stations too, they could just be placed there in case you want to hire a barista. It could be a totally different lot type. So if you download the save, definitely check out all of the lot types and all of the different things that you might be able to do with some of these lots. We are now in Windenburg, and I had to come to this lot. It was an unoccupied residential lot, so I did take this sim here, Victor McPhee. It was a sim that was just generated in the save. I'm not quite sure. Came with the save, I should say. But like, do you see this? This is a custom-made windmill. Like Plumbob Kingdom made this with the tool mod. Do you understand? Like, do you get it? Anyway, I wanted to just check that out because of the windmill, but I also just wanted to look at least this house. Now, this did come furnished. I have noticed that I don't believe there are many starter homes. Now, I didn't see one in Willow Creek. I didn't see one in Oasis Springs, but I also wasn't looking super hard. Now, in Windenburg, this is where there is originally a starter home, so I figured I'd take a look. But yeah, furnished, it was pretty expensive. Just a heads up. But this study, look at this lighting. Oh, that is gorgeous. That is so pretty. I'm sorry, this lot always bounces around a lot. I'm trying real hard. But this looks like a 3-bedroom. Yeah, a 3-bedroom home. It's super cool. All the lights are off. I just noticed that too. Oh no, the power's been shut off. Oh, let me just, hold on. Let's pay the bills, everybody. Let's go ahead and pay the bills. Okay, here we go. The power was shut off for some reason. That's really odd. Anyway, so we've got like our kitchen down here and the little dining space, the living space. We've got some platforming going on from the entryway, which I think is so cool. I love that. It's just the tiny details. Now, something else too, compared to my builds, and I'm not comparing them in quality, what I'm trying to say, I'm a clutter monster, okay? Now, I am a clutter fiend, and I think we know this about me at this point, but I will say now this save is very heavy. Now, I have a beast of a machine. I could imagine that if you were trying to utilize a save on maybe a lower end PC, it could be challenging just because there are so many items on each lot. Not every single one is complex by any means, but for example, even though these are debug, that could cause a bit of a lag. Even for me, as I load into particular lots, I do notice that. And I took out like all of my mods except for UI Cheats extension for the purposes of this review. So it could be challenging on a lower end machine, just a heads up. But anyway, look at this. Look at it. Would you just look at this? This little downtown area is so beautiful. I know there's at least one restaurant or a cafe or something here, like right there that looks like a cafe, but it is just stunning. Like these builds, I know I'm probably making you guys a little bit sick as I go around, but like these builds are just absolutely incredible. I don't know how they conceptualize these things. They're amazing. And look, they even added this stuff with the tool mod. Like, do you see this? There's little tables out there. And then over here, I just noticed, look at these big kegs and the banners and stuff. It's another little like seating area. It's just so creative. It all feels so cohesive, and it's beautiful. Now with this save file, as I mentioned in the beginning, there have been 52 new lots added, including 11 in San Myshuno in particular. 11 apartments have been added and 2 common lots, so I'm assuming like 2 of these community lots. But you can see here that we've got a penthouse, we have the Stargazer Lounge, and I did notice that some of these apartments, to me, maybe perhaps they were slightly altered, but for example, we are at 21 Chic Street Apartments, and these all do look original. So again, this is not a complete, and when I say complete, I just mean every single lot has been touched or renovated. This is not a complete save file. I could imagine this has taken a very long time, but look at some of these apartments. We've got 18 Culpeper House, 17, 19, and the Rozoya Household. So you know what? Since we're in San Myshuno, we're going to check out the Rozoya Household in just a moment, but let me quickly break down the additions to this version of the save file. So we were just in New Crest as well at some of these community lots, but 10 lots were added to New Crest. And then the next notable additions to the save file, which, oh my gosh, we have to go look at some of these. I don't understand. There were 9 additions to Mount Komorebi, and then we're going to go over to Sulani, where I believe there were 6 additions. Like, it's a restaurant boat. Like, it's a ship. It's a ship. Like, I don't understand. There were also 3 lots added to Brightchester. I know we have a few like townhouses here. We've got the pub that's renovated. I can't even say renovated, completely built new. We have a brand new library. We've got the university housing for Brightchester as well as the Ubright Commons. Looks like Foxbury, I'm assuming, is going to be in the next version as well. And then we also have things in the destination worlds. There's one thing in Salvadorada I need to look at, which you will see in a second. But since this last update, there have also been 3 additions to Granite Falls, and then there were 2 in Windenburg. Now there's one big addition that I want to see in Del Sol Valley, and it's in this area. But you can see here that everything's completely redone, literally everything. Now for this version, there were 2 additions to Del Sol Valley. There were 2 in Forgotten Hollow, 1 in San Sequoia, and 1 in Brindleton Bay as well. So one thing that I need to look at, we're gonna go look at this family here because there's something in this neighborhood that is really important for me to go see. Actually, no one's home. So let me get one of them home and then we'll look at it. We're in Del Sol Valley. I had to come here. Number 1, we're with Judith Ward. We don't Meh. Actually, no, her name has since changed. Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is her beautiful mansion. Just like literally stunning. Can't comprehend it. I don't get it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And again, everything is so minimally decorated. So it just makes it maybe easier to play in for some people. You know, it's all about preference, but it's incredible. It looks amazing. Now, here's the thing though. Here's the thing, everybody. I want to look at this contraption over here. Actually, it's not a contraption. But do you see? Look, it's Hollywood Hills. Do you see this? It's the Hollywood sign, but it's in Simlish. This was all done with the tool mod. I need you all to understand this save file. This has taken so long. I can't even imagine how much work went into this. I can't. I just can't. And especially using tool mod like such a professional. Like I can't. I'm at a loss for words, but I needed to show you all this because I knew it was in Simlish. It was one of the highlighted editions. Like people voted on it apparently. It is amazing. So we are in Del Sol Valley. I know we've looked at only a few worlds, but I will quickly pop into some of the newer worlds that came with more recent packs and just kind of highlight a few of the lots that really caught my eye because I don't want this to be a super long video for you all. As we kind of wrap up here in this very scattered save file overview, I just want to highlight again how magnificent this save file is. If you are on a lower end computer, I know I sound like a broken record. It may be difficult to load up the save file because there's just so much going on, but know that if you're able to look at this, like please do, please explore it. You've got some incredible homes. You might have an empty lot or 2 that you can do whatever you'd like with, but for the most part, things are almost completely renovated, and there are some incredible builds that are waiting for you all to check out. I mean, Henford on Bagley alone is just absolutely nuts. It's just so good. When I first loaded up the save file as well, it did load me right into Tartosa. I'm not quite sure why, but that is where it kind of landed me. And I can see that there are a few additions over here. Some of them are, again, still original. Now in Moonwood Mill, we've got a new library. We have a new bar. And you've got this residential lot over here, which is like an old factory, which seems so neat. We might even we've got a starter, everybody. I think we've got a renovated starter over here in Moonwood Mill as well. And then in Copperdale and San Sequoia, there are also additions. I was really excited about the high school and the auditorium, as well as some of these bigger homes like this one here. Now, I have actually used their thrift and bubble tea store in a personal save file before, so I've seen that lot. It's incredible. We've also got a cafe, which I believe I've looked at, and then we have San Sequoia, which is our newest addition with The Sims 4 Growing Together, and I have taken a look at their recreation center. I think in my Let's Play, I'm not even sure, but it's incredible. You've got some other home additions too, some residential additions, and now, I'm not going to load up this lot, but I was really excited to see this because when we got San Sequoia, which is supposed to be inspired by San Francisco in the US, I was looking for some townhouses, like some row houses like this that you can see where my little mouse is, because I was picturing like Full House, for example. Like that's what I was thinking of. So they built them there, and you could have a roommate system. You could use that, and you could have a bunch of Sims living here, which I think would be so neat. This is the final lot that I'm going to show you all. it blew my mind. This, like, it blew it out of the water for me. So I picked a random sim in San Sequoia and I plopped them over here to go on vacation so I could show you all this temple. This is technically a museum in the game. That is the actual lot function. Now, the only accessible areas, if you will, are here, which is so neat. So you just walk right in the front. You can't, I don't think you could actually access, could you access this? I stand corrected, actually. This is a staircase. Perhaps you could go to the top, but it doesn't seem like there's anything there for you to do. But anyway, yeah, so the museum itself is down here. There's an easel here, so you could like paint this if you want to. I don't know. I know it's a requirement for a museum lot. But then you've got a few different exhibits here. We've got this big like dinosaur thing. You've got this, I know this came with Jungle Adventure, the statue. You've got some things here from like Island Living. You've got the skeletons everywhere. And if you go down here, there's even more. There's like some treasure chests and stuff. It is just so, so neat. And you could actually go in here and sneak down here to this little fountain, because why would you not want to? And then, wait, hold on. And if you go down one more level, you go back here, there's another treasure chest. It's just, it's so, so neat. Wait a minute. I didn't even see this. Look. Oh my gosh. What is this? It's like a little oasis. There's more. Wait a minute. I'm getting lost. Hold on. There's a bathroom down here. Number one, there's a bathroom down here. Fun fact. And then look at, it's like a volcanic room. Wait a minute. What else? If I go down one, oh my God. There's another treasure chest. And then look, a tomb. No. There's more. Oh my gosh, it goes down more. Oh, and there's a treasure chest down here. I think this is as low as we can go. That is nuts. Oh, I knew it was going to be rewarding to come to this lot. I swear to you, I knew it. Anyway, before I lose my mind, because the save file is amazing, we're going to end it here. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I can't wait to hear your thoughts about this save file. It caught my eye immediately. Go give Plumbob Kingdom all of the love. They're on Twitter. He's got a YouTube channel. Go watch his speed builds. Go download the save file if you want to check it out. There's so much we didn't get to look at without this being like a 4-hour video, but thank you all so much for being here with me and letting me freak out over this, and I'll catch you next time I post a video. Bye.